Yeah.
Hey guys, we're back with another installment of Rice Talk. This is your host Cam, and we have Z with us back in the building. And he said he's feeling good. I don't know. We're gonna run it back. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good, dude.
You're feeling better than day old guacamole.
I don't know about the day old guacamole, but sure.
Would you rather eat day old guacamole or month old deviled eggs?
Month old deviled eggs.
No, a day old guacamole or a month old deviled eggs.
Hmm.
Non-refrigerated.
Okay, now you're just being disgusting.
That'd be a good science lab.
No, it'd be funky as hell.
I'd have to no. I'm not doing it here. No. Yeah, it's gonna be like in a vacuum. You know how they say in a vacuum? I'd have to actually find a place where like it's just.
So technically, would it be able to?
I'd go to the hidden rainforest.
Hidden rainforest. This is not.
Really? That's the thing? Oh, well, we want to talk about things that are tangible, things that you can do, things that we do every day. Like you like, sharing, subscribing to this episode.
Yes.
But also eating. We all like to eat, right?
Yes.
In our culture, we have, more prominent foods that get eaten in the masses than others, such as.
Oh, you wanted me to finish that?
Yeah, I mean, what are your, as you've grown up, like, what would you say are some of the more bigger that make up, like, I guess the masses, or like, like the soul food esque.
I mean, people swear up or down they know how to make gumbo, but
Expound on that. I feel the pressure.
I'm not finna.
Just throw out a few key points on today's Rice Talk.
I'm not. It's either you know or you don't know, and if you don't know,
give me a few indicators that you don't know.
A few indicators that you don't know. You sit there, act like you do know, because you don't know. There it is.
Better said and left unspoken, right?
Yep.
Okay. So, but is gumbo one of the things like on that list that should be untouched unless you know what you're doing? Like, what other things should go on that list?
What other things should go on? Potato salad. If you don't know how to make it, don't do it.
Really?
I don't do raisins and grapes and we.
You don't like to gentrify?
Oh no, God no. And I seen that at a function before. It was at a black folk function, and that's how you know they.
That's that new school. Could have been like maybe vegan.
Vegan? No, not vegan.
Okay, yeah. Also, I'm gonna put mac and cheese too. Everybody shouldn't touch mac
and cheese. Everybody should not.
If you can't cook it, just don't bring it. Like, don't bring it. I don't know what to bring. Corn or like mashed. What's a carb round?
Mashed potatoes.
Yeah, I get. Yeah, if you can't make mac and cheese, or anybody can make, just don't make it. Don't try to.
Man, I've seen people mess up mac and cheese and mashed potatoes.
Yeah, to be honest, mashed potatoes are a dying art as far as like, I guess even bringing them. I wouldn't even say making them because nobody makes them from scratch. But it's like, how you fucking up the pack?
No, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
See how you fucking up the pack?
Yeah, it'd be different if you would make it from scratch. But
did you make these before you came? Even then, 5 to 7 minutes. I'm sorry, I'm gonna pull back.
Hey, it's okay.
I'm gonna pull back. Collard greens are up there too. Everybody can't do greens. It was something else I was doing. Everybody can't slow cook.
No.
Some people need to just stovetop. Some people are good bakers, but
somebody asked me the other day about a steak. They could not cook a steak. Like, I've compared steaks, and it was one was bloody, fatty, barely was cooked. You might as well just pull out the pack and say bon appetit. Like, yeah. I don't know. But then the other one,
I see what you did there.
The other one they took out, they cooked it, they seasoned it. It was actually very, very good.
This is one person?
One person who did it before.
Yeah.
Then they learned.
Oh. I thought they were doing like maybe some experiment. Okay.
No, they
learned.
They learned.
Yeah. That's important.
That's important.
See, cooking a steak is like, flowers. Not everybody can plant or cultivate a flower, I guess.
Cultivate a garden.
Yeah.
Garden.
Like,
it's where.
Yeah. It seems like some people have a bag. Some people can make a really good yellow cake with buttercream icing. Buttercream or whip icing?
I don't think I like the whip icing. So definitely buttercream.
Hey, be honest. I mean, you can wild out. You gotta be conservative with it.
That reminds me of
Be
a bakery I want
disrespectful.
to go to today.
Be disrespectful. It's okay.
No, I'm not gonna be disrespectful.
No, no, no. Let whipped cream know its place.
I'm assuming you don't really care for the whipped cream.
You do?
No.
All right, so it's fuck it, right? Yeah. I mean, it's out of here. For deconstructive criticism, it's out of here. What other stuff do you feel strongly about? Jambalaya?
I like jambalaya. You please don't mess with jambalaya.
No, that's what I'm saying. Would you rather somebody give you some surprise jambalaya or some surprise gumbo?
Probably surprise jambalaya because I feel like I'm a very big critique on the gumbo. So I feel like jambalaya, I have a lot more passes per se as opposed to gumbo. It's either yin or yang.
The jambalaya might be a little off-putting though. It's like seeing mashed potatoes. I gotta inspect it because I haven't seen it in so long. Like people, it's just they don't prepare it as often.
I mean, I've gotten little foil thingies of jambalaya sent to my house, sent to us. I mean,
I get you got the personal, delivery. Like I'm saying like, like on a function. Like I'll see gumbo at like a function before I'll see jambalaya at a function.
I've seen somebody get a whole pan of that church's jambalaya. The church's dirty rice. The church's dirty rice. The church's dirty rice.
Church's dirty rice.
That's that.
Really?
That's that fire.
So what's Church's chicken hidden like these days?
I had their chicken recently, actually, just to see how they.
Wow. Let us know.
See if they progressed. Because I hadn't, before then, I hadn't had them in almost about 6, 7 years, almost 9, maybe.
Time flies.
Time does fly. But anyways, so I tried them, and they actually weren't that bad. I didn't, feel sick to my stomach. I wasn't, about to peel the walls off.
You get bone in?
No.
Go on.
The biscuits.
I'm disappointed.
You were disappointed. Why are you disappointed?
I was wanting to give,
the bone-in review.
Yeah, I wanted for the bone-in people,
Well, this is for my selective crew, my community.
Hey,
boneless.
I'm with you.
So my boneless friends, they're better. They're good. I got rice on the side. I got a big container of rice, and when I tell you, it was so good.
Have you had the Popeyes rice before?
I have to.
In comparison,
they're I don't know. They're neck and neck to me. I like them both.
Neck and neck, or
I would say neck and neck.
Are you being respectful? I know you got
maybe
the
like
Popeye sponsorship, so you don't want to.
Bro, maybe like top of the head to like maybe like right here, they right to the.
Who's top?
Who's top? Probably Churches.
I knew it. You should have just said it. It's okay.
I like Churches.
We get it.
But Popeyes, they're
they always got that place in your heart.
Yeah, it's like I fuck with you, but I'm gonna go with them.
That's how I am with sweet potato pie. Mm-hmm. I'll see pumpkin pie, and I'm like, which one is which? See, I fuck with you, but I'm gonna
go with you.
Yeah, I'm not big on pumpkin pie. Mm-hmm. I feel like I've had a pumpkin pie that was decent. Like it was convincing. Like if I had to eat it and I needed something sweet, it was doable, but I didn't have to have it at all. Shout out though. It was beautiful. But the sweet potato pies, yeah. But imagine having a potato pie. Like, wouldn't that be disgusting?
A regular potato pie.
It's really pretty much having like mashed potatoes with crust.
Yeah.
Crusty mashed potatoes. Damn. When you really think about it, it's like eating a baked potato with crust.
Yeah.
But it's sweet though.
But I don't really eat pies. So.
Not me neither. Well, see, what's your beef with pies?
I don't know if it's the texture, the taste, or
go off on the texture. You playing it safe,
or the decision of whether or not you want it to be cold or hot. Or, I don't know. I just can't get with it. I feel like
that's that peach cobbler shit.
Like I don't know. Like
that's that peach cobbler.
Like say somebody like they come in with a container like for a pie, whatever.
No, peach cobbler. Go right now. Somebody will come with a pie. You can't. You can't look. They'll have a Tupperware container, and you'll be like, "Oh, it's probably cold." They'll give it to you, and it's hot.
That's what I.
But you be thinking, oh, it's hot because they probably holding like, did you get to this cold as hell? Like, what are we doing?
What are we doing?
Am I supposed to heat it up?
Why am I surprised every time I see a container that looks circular like a pie or a cookie cake or a peach cobbler? I don't know, but
Like, see, I get the traditional key lime pies because that's gonna be cool.
that too.
But like an apple pie, I don't know. You're straddling the fence.
I don't know about
Because do I eat it chill or do I eat it hot, fresh out the fresh out the oven?
Yeah, see, that's why I don't eat it.
And I need a lot of crust too because I need to cover up the texture.
I've had a piece of crust. It wasn't bad.
See, pies, I'm not a big filling guy. I think that's the consensus. The filling it's like filling, so it's like you eat crust filling.
Yeah,
and it's like I don't think people like that. Like I think people would rather eat a cake.
Yep, I like cake
because when you eat a pie, it's just like you eating crust with like pudding in it almost. Now, let's be honest. Or yogurt. Yogurt. Yeah, because it's like not like too liquidy. It's a little bit more solid, but it's not too crazy.
Yeah.
And it's like, who wants that? Huh?
Yeah, I want it.
I don't mind a pot pie, a homemade pot pie.
Chicken pot pie, I've had that.
It takes I feel like I'm an Englishman when I'm eating it because I feel like I'm a real like ogre.
It wasn't bad.
It just takes a while, or I don't know. It's a meal.
It's a meal.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
It's a meal. You can't really get shit else. You can get like corn. Well, I guess that is the bread. I guess you just get a fork and just take it. Make sure it's hot though, because if it ain't hot, it's gonna be so cold by the time you finish. Because it's gonna take it. You gotta like, ooh, and they got some carrots, and ooh, I got a pea.
Cheese and stuff. Yeah.
No, that's facts. What are your thoughts on breakfast foods? Like what do you think? What are some big breakfast foods to like our culture that you observed through the years?
Well, I recently bought a panini maker, and I just found out that you can make French toast in it. So, French toast has been my yeah, it's good. I think
you've been spamming it.
Oh man,
extra brown sugar, cinnamon.
I throw a lot of different things in there. I can't really tell my own.
You gatekeeping? Well, let's be honest. The last few episodes you've been gatekeeping on recipes.
The gatekeeping is very important.
No, I'm just
safety of
I just had to.
thing.
I had to recognize the gatekeeping.
I gatekeep. I'm a gatekeep.
He keeps gatekeeping jambalaya, Pop-Tart flavors, Hot Pocket flavors. He can't tell us a few ingredients, in his French toast. We get it, but continue.
It's either you know. I mean, I don't know. I don't really know.
What would you say is an ingredient in your French toast that really just sets it off?
It's an ingredient that I put in there that I mix, and I make a certain type of glaze, and I put it over French toast. We're not going to talk about it. But
how thick or runny is the glaze?
No, you're trying to get into it.
Well, at Rice Talk, we speak freely, and we do like to get into it respectfully.
All I say is I use whipped cream. That's all I'm saying.
That's a hot take. Thoughts?
I don't know. Your thoughts?
I get what you did there. How much whipped cream though?
Not much.
You're not like big on like you ever like tell somebody like out the can?
Yeah. It's not like,
man, that's crazy.
It's really more so just to like glaze.
Doesn't that make your tummy hurt just thinking about it? Because that's a lot of whipped cream.
I've done it before. It's very cold.
Have you did the chocolate or just a vanilla one? I think the chocolate's more bearable for me just because the vanilla one is it's just you don't give me much.
I did the caramel one infused with liquor. That was sense.
Have you ever had a bushwhacker?
Yes.
Where was it, or where'd you have it from?
Florida.
Was it good?
Yeah.
What did they put in it, rum? I think rum.
It was a lot of rum in it.
Man, I could see it because dairy can really hide a good bit.
Oh yeah.
I just wouldn't want to be on the other side of it.
But it was good. I had like respectfully 4.
Oh, I thought you meant like 4 shots in it, but you said 4 of them separately within a considerable time frame. That is what we call
considerable.
A day.
I'd say like 4 hours, but okay.
1 hour. I mean, that's cool.
It's fine.
Yeah, that's better than 4 in an hour. And you had water in between, I'm assuming, so that's even better. Ribs versus brisket at a cookout. Which one would you rather have?
Go and give me the ribs. Well, I'm thinking.
I understand. Keep going. No. Don't be rational.
Shut your face.
Let it out.
No. I like a good brisket. And although I don't eat ribs as much, I think I'll choose ribs.
Because ribs are they have a bigger threshold to be like perfected.
Yeah.
And brisket is like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, because somebody can get some discount brisket.
Yeah.
And then that could really affect, because you're assuming when you see brisket, it's, I ain't gonna say it's hot quality, but you're assuming it's reputable. They got it from somewhere that has a name, or they didn't come off the truck, or it didn't fall off the back of a truck, or this cow didn't get hit by a truck and somebody sold the meat type of brisket. You're assuming they got it from like a butcher, catered it, something.
They probably didn't know.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with the ribs.
You go with the ribs, okay. Have you ever had beef ribs?
I've had beef rib tips. Those are actually pretty good. They were really good.
I would cook them, but like,
I'm not saying I'm a cook them, but
I would rather them be like ready. I don't know. It just barbecue really is like an all day. And that's
an all day time.
That's why like shout out OGs. They really got the time to like lay out a plan.
3, 4 in the morning.
I'm talking about 9 the night before just to do something with me, and then 3, and then 3.
Oh yeah, the night before was preparing the meat.
Yeah,
in the morning putting meat on the grill. Yeah, and sit and slow and cook and whatever all day.
And they just sit for like 30 minutes, look at it, and then they go to bed, wake up at like 8. I don't know.
Then it's ready. I don't know.
I respect it, but golly. See, if I do that, I'm only doing that once a week, and that meat has to really last all week, because I'm not doing that. Like I'm really not doing it once a week.
I do it once a month.
I really could once a month. But you could really get away with freezing, but I don't really like freezing. Like
freezing,
because some stuff is like,
I feel like it messes up the quality when it freezes.
It does. It's like you'll unthaw it and you'll think it hit, and like say you put it in the microwave, and it's like it's all right, or not in the microwave, because we really don't do that as much. But the air fryer,
I use the oven more. Even though I know it takes longer to heat up.
Yeah.
I feel like the oven is more.
But stuff in life often that takes time or takes longer is worth it.
It's worth it. That's just me. But microwave or air fryer or whatever, witchcraft.
Yeah. Throw like a napkin with water on it.
Who taught you that?
You did. Yeah. He didn't know. He's a gatekeeping guy. He didn't know. Chinese food, what are your thoughts on it?
From where?
Your local corner Chinaman.
I don't go to my local corner Chinaman.
Oh. Well,
I go to the uncles and the aunties of the nail techs who are very nice, and I get their recommendations, and I go there.
No, yeah, respect, yeah. Build me like a dream plate. Like
a dream plate?
Like if your stomach was all the way empty and you could just eat, not eat anything, but like you can eat like a decent like meal.
A decent meal.
Yeah. You can give me 2 entrees, for example, instead of just
2 entrees. Does it have to have specific type of main course meals on those?
No, as long as you got like some rice, some noodle, little broccoli or something. Just give me your plate.
See, where was I? See what that plate was. Okay, there was a plate I went to. It was a brunch type of event. It was kind of like a buffet style, but brunch, and it was homemade. They had grits with the gravy that you could put on the grits and the biscuit.
White or it was white. It was white. Yeah,
it was white. Yeah. They had bacon, crispy good bacon. They had sausage, Kaneka sausage patties.
Thick bacon or just thin crispy bacon? Thick bacon does change the game because it make you feel more like polite. It make you feel more buttoned up.
And that's exactly what I felt like.
Make you feel grown.
That's why I'm telling you this meal. That, and then they had the French toast. Not no like half cuts.
What would you have added to that French toast?
The French toast actually was not bad.
But like, if you'd added something, what would you have added?
I didn't feel the need to add anything, and that's how I knew. I was like, okay,
damn,
it might be on to something. Because even my girl looked at me. She was just like, it's good. I was like, yeah. And she was like, you don't want to, do your own thing on it. I was like, no. She was shocked. She was shocked because
Her asking, do you want to freestyle on your French toast? Her asking you, do you want to freestyle on your freaky French toast?
I'm telling you, like she knew the type of person I was, but
No
like
syrup at all?
I didn't have to use the syrup. The glaze, man, the glaze.
Sidebar. Have you lied today?
Have I lied today? No,
All right, continue.
I just woke up.
All right. No, I understand. I mean, I know some people, so they open their eyes. They might have talked to two people. One of them people they lied to.
But
Sesame chicken.
okay.
Plain lo mein. I don't gotta do chicken or anything. Just do plain shrimp fried rice, spring roll, and if they got wings on the menu, I will take wings. Did I say sesame chicken? I'll either go sesame chicken or Empress chicken or sweet and sour because they're kind of interchangeable.
You in that? Oh, you were. No, I don't really know all that.
Well, like what do you get is like your protein?
Chicken, steak, shrimp,
Yeah. How you like your steak?
like cooked one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, medium well, more slightly well done, but more medium well. Kind of like in the middle, like right there.
No, like I'm picking up what you putting down. Like you kind of want it to be like more red than done.
More. See, now you're trying to get me there.
How much would I have to give you for you to eat a raw steak?
How much you would have to give me?
I'm sorry, rare. Not necessarily raw, but rare.
A good bit of money to pay the hospital bill.
Once oh,
It was to happen. Yeah,
$175.
dollars.
Yes.
Like there's just like 175. That's it.
Cash.
Oh, cause let me jump at it. No, what?
No, these are jokes. These are all jokes. What are some snacks, chips, candies that you've like really had in your rotation majorly recently? If not, what are some that you've had, or that are your favorites,
Mm,
The mini M&Ms have been going hard.
those are good. But that's what I had Sour Jacks, the watermelon ones, and then I found there was another flavor. It was like blackberry lemonade or something like
Have you
that.
tried Shack gummies?
I have.
Thoughts?
They're disgusting.
Disgusting.
Shaq needs to shut that shit down immediately.
Have you had Carl's gummies?
Yes.
Thoughts?
No.
Better than Shack's?
Yeah, to me, Shaq is just not. That wasn't it.
What do you like? What would you if you could improve it? What would you have done about it?
The texture, the taste, the
You have the regular ones or the sour?
sour and regular.
Wow. And see, this is news to me because I just knew you were going to give like a great 5-star review.
No,
Very positive.
no. I'm an Albanese person, so
Upper crust, if you will.
yes,
High class.
high class.
That Mercedes AMG level of gummy candies.
Yes.
Let's be honest.
Yeah,
4,000 square feet.
that's how big your head is, or
No, like these are how big the ideas that we have in the Rice Talk warehouse.
oh, so it is your head. Okay, we were on the same page.
Well, in a vacuum, it's like a head, like a nucleus, without a cell wall. No vacuoles.
Trying to speak biology to me.
But as we do, I do want to cover this too. Sour Patch Sour Punch straws.
Okay, that's
In moderation, not too much. That sugar, it gets a little.
yeah. I don't know how long I can eat those for real.
I like the bites though. The straws are like the sugar really just gets everywhere. It's like Cheeto dust. What do you do after you eat chips?
What do you mean?
You just get up and go wash your hands, or you
Lick them fingers?
I mean, I didn't look. I'm just. These are just thoughts.
Depends on the chip. Depends on where I'm at. So I mean, and it depends on what's on my hand. Most of the time, my hands are not clean, so I just go up, you know, or, or
You just go take. I understand.
well, because I work with a lot of stuff on my hands, so some of that stuff I'll take home from
Yeah.
work, like on my hands. So
Yeah.
I'll be like, oh crap.
You take home like now it's a different world. Ooh, that was good.
That's a different.
That was good. But see, they ain't have no job turkey black people in different world either. That's good too. They had like some respectable. They probably had a lot of like well educated black people that just didn't do anything. Shout out Wayans brothers, but sometimes like
they need to come back. They said supposed to come back with scary movies and stuff.
Yeah, they probably be threatening them niggas not to come back.
Probably.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, I know
they would take Hollywood. I mean, they're just more creative than anybody in Hollywood right now. They just recycling shit in Hollywood. They reviving sequels or just recycling plots.
I really want Eddie Murphy to do something before he, say fuck it all,
I mean,
series or something like the Clumps. We never got like a real.
The last original major thing that we saw that was gonna get to like everybody and us was the Chappelle Show. And if you think about it, like it just will never happen again, just because it's like it. I ain't gonna say it's too. It can get dangerous, but it's like that shit. People still watch that.
Well, yeah, but
and imagine like if people like. That's why it's like it just won't ever be the same for real.
I just think people like I think Eddie Murphy, he made a good like standard, like a bar for real, because for a person to play all those characters and roles and writing these characters and these lines, but still play by him, that's crazy work. People like to see stuff like that because that's range to me.
Well, it's like nowadays they don't even care about range. They care about what sells over anything. And it's video games and movies. Well, I guess video games and TV shows. Like, say for example, if The Rock or Kevin Hart ain't in it, they damn near don't even want to put it out because they're afraid to. They feel like it might do bad. Which can it? Sure, but it's like if it's about the creative art, you shouldn't worry about that. You should just you should do it for the love of it. You know what I'm saying? You should release it. But nowadays, it's like, I don't know. They put too much like thinking in the stuff now. Versus like back then, I like more independent films. But it's like
make movies just to make.
Yeah, like
it could be some dumb shit. Honestly,
you won't even see a Bernie Mac show like anymore for real because they won't take the time to like cultivate that anymore. Like they would rather put some shit out like Blackish.
My wife and kids would be about.
Yeah, like you see them. It's like the closest you'll get to seeing something like that is probably going on somebody's YouTube channel and like seeing them like crew
that's
doing.
Really what it is.
But to be honest, like man, networks have the reason you'll never see like somebody's influential is like Dave Chappelle in network television or like black in recent memory is because they won't let it for real. Like and it's people funny out there. It's just that ain't. I promise. It's just they ain't going for that shit no more. Like. I feel like they kind of felt he did them a certain way, and it was just kind of like after that, it was like, yeah, fuck it. Kevin Hart came, but it was never the same.
Kevin Hart,
like he cool, but good shit. It's like The Rock for me. It's like I'm glad you made it this far as a colored person in Hollywood for sure. I guess. Lottery ticket. The villains and the overrated score of Lottery Ticket. I'm gonna give it was an appropriately rated film. I don't think too many people see. We're gonna base overrated based off when a movie came out, how many people were hyping up a certain movie. That's how we're gonna grade overrated. Because certain movies people were hyping up.
Let me remember where I was during the time like this when a movie came out.
Okay, so Lottery Ticket, it was cool because it was Bow Wow in it. It was a little. Yeah. He was older Bow Wow. Nobody was expecting him crazy. You had Brandon T. Jackson. He was the villain because he was the friend trying to press him to like make decisions that he shouldn't have. First of all, they should have went across the town. Like, why are you still in the hood with a lottery ticket? They could have easily jumped him and took his ticket at any point. Yeah. The fact he even lost the ticket. But yeah, Lottery Ticket, appropriately rated film. I'm gonna move to Johnson Family Vacation. They were in a car the whole time, pretty much.
Yeah, but not as much. But still, things were happening, even in the car.
Yeah, like he pretty much wrecked the car like 3 times and still made it. I don't know why they just didn't fly. They didn't have that much luggage either. For a family of like 5, They didn't have that much luggage. And by the way, I did rewatch that, and she did do Buddy kind of wrong. They were staying in separate houses.
Yeah.
Like
down the street from
you know what I kept thinking? I was like, bro, no way, I'm paying 2 mortgages. I was like in the same. I said, hell.
And they've been doing that for a minute.
Yeah, because I was like, yeah. That made me look at Buddy a little different. Cause I was like, but I was like, I said, you know what? Salute. You got to do what you got to do, right? But because I remember at the beginning of the movie, he was talking about, well, I'm trying to get my wife back. And I was like, what do you mean get his wife back? And I ain't thinking about it. And I was like, damn, I do remember him pulling up to the second house. And then, but you had the Braxton dude from the Jamie Foxx show pulling up, like, yo, what? And he pulling up to my, I was like, yeah, we not going on no family trip.
Yeah.
I would have sent her on a flight and we can drive, not riding in the car with you. But they, the green screen being in the car for a long time, Bow Wow, comedic relief, Solange, of course. I don't really know what she offered. Shout out. She offered some box braids for sure.
I don't know.
I guess she was supposed to be not a love interest, but she was supposed to be more of like eye candy, I suppose. They couldn't get Beyonce, so.
I'm trying to think. Now that you mentioned that, it's so funny that you mentioned because now I'm thinking about it.
And no shade.
I mean, there really isn't, but there was no real, I guess, plot lines surrounding her.
And it's like, I get it. In movies, you can only have so many people that are, more important or like deeper.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was like, we got Beyonce at home. That was the role. I mean, Vanessa pretty much was doing like the same thing.
Yeah.
And the kid in the back, she over here talking to an imaginary friend the whole time. I guess. I don't know. I never really had one. I had to make an imaginary friend because I thought I was tripping. I was like, I feel like everybody had like, people used to be like, oh, imaginary friends. And I was like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? I'm like, do you have to just go home and just start talking?
No.
She was she had a pet. She had like an invisible pet or something.
Yeah.
And at the end of the movie, she let him go.
He ran out the car.
She said, I let him
pick him up.
No, but the funniest thing is seeing Steve Harvey with hair.
Man, that is funny because he is bald as can be.
And then fast forward, they're dancing, like they're doing like this whole competition, and they're doing like this choreographed. I ain't gonna say racist, but like it was motivated for sure. I remember the outfits they were wearing, and I was like, yeah, this is actually insane. That's definitely a stunt double, but whatever. But in the end, they kind of reconciled. I don't even know if they got back together. I hope they did, because that was some bad shit. Yeah. But
I don't think they did.
Yeah, I don't think so. It wasn't a realistic couple to begin with.
It was.
So that's why
it wasn't. It really wasn't.
Yeah. I thought them big girls at that resort.
They were more.
They was cool. They was cool. That was a vibe. Shit. But okay, before we go into Welcome Home, Roscoe Jenkins, how do you feel about the family vacation as far as who was the villain? It was definitely Vanessa. I guess his mom too, because she was kind of
say the brother. I mean,
yeah.
Motivated.
Yeah,
that's what motivated the whole trip.
Yeah,
him fighting to get there. To prove a point. Honestly,
and bro, just like he was really just being lame all the time. Steve, I'm not gonna really. Steve really was a villain because he really pissed me off more so than just being evil. But he just was like trifling.
Like I see it in my head. Like, yeah, I bought Mama a new TV. Yeah, what happened to that old one I got?
Hey, no, Steve. Yeah, I bought her a new TV. Yeah,
like that movie was realistic.
No, but it's so comparable to Welcome Home, Roscoe Jenkins, because guess what? When they ended up meeting, except now, you got Martin being an asshole. But it was kind of
the couple I see is more realistic to me though. They were more.
I think Welcome Home, Roscoe Jenkins was a little more. I ain't gonna say it was more on the overrated side. I think it was a movie with a lot of big names, and coming into it, I kind of had not lofty expectations, but it's Martin Lawrence, Michael Clark Duncan, and I remember seeing reviews, and I was like, I'm thinking it's gonna be like another box office, and it was cool, but I feel like it was a good family movie. It was a good family movie. Like Martin, I think that was one of his first movies for a while. Like
it was.
So I think a lot of people were just kind of happy to see him in a movie, I think. But that was appropriately rated. It was appropriately rated.
A lot of people in that movie.
It did.
Like, a lot of people.
I bet if I went on YouTube, it's probably not a free movie.
It's not a free movie. But if you want to watch it, it's
probably about $4.99.
It's on HBO Max.
You mean Max?
Sorry, just Max. Sure.
Hey. No, I don't know why they did that.
Twitter, formerly known as X.
Does anybody say X?
No.
That's disrespectful as hell to him.
No, I'm not saying X. Twitter.
Damn. Hey, did you re-like my tweet on X? Or do you even call it a tweet? You call it an X? You call it an X post?
It's still Twitter. It's Twitter. Twitter.
He said, hell no.
It's still
I'd be there.
And I still send a tweet.
Do you think Tyrese was a better actor in Waist Deep or Baby Boy? Also, the game's name in Waist Deep was Big Meat.
I know.
And they were go ahead. Who do you think was a worse villain too? Snoop Dogg or the game? They both were terrible villains. Both terrible. Terrible villains.
But I don't know. I couldn't choose. I'd probably say Tyrese is probably better in I'd probably say Baby Boy.
Because he was just like a shittier dad.
Yeah.
I mean, both of them, he was pretty much like
still. But probably Baby Boy. But as far as like villain wise, definitely the game.
Yeah. Didn't he like chop off something? He like cut something. He did something. But it was just like, bro, your name is Big Meat. It's like, am I missing the plot? Who thought of this name?
That's just what really got me. That's what got me.
Because what? You remember like they were talking like before he was introduced, like somebody's like, oh, he owes money to Big Meat. I was like, are y'all joking? How can y'all say that? Y'all don't think pause or nothing? Like, and he show up and I'm just like, oh.
That's the one thing I miss about them old black movies. They say whatever the hell they want.
But see, I felt, yeah. Yeah.
They said anything.
Yeah, it's some lines that
I had to like I remember watching older movies and I have to rewind like
what's the movie with Lawrence Tate? He robbed a bank. Dead Presidents.
Dead Presidents, yes.
Angry Pinky from Next Friday.
Yes.
He talking about suck it, nigga. It's just like, what?
They can say whatever they want.
Hell, even Pinky and Next Friday was tripping. Like, yeah, okay, I'm sorry, y'all.
Yeah, them movies are top tier to me. I don't know. They just
Snoop Dogg also was just not a very convincing. I mean, I ain't gonna say Snoop Dogg wasn't convincing. It's like you coming there, you saw him being mean to the kid. I was like, fuck you, Snoop Dogg. Don't do all that.
He wasn't convincing.
I guess because he looked so damn thin in that bit. Like somebody could fold you. He did look tall as fuck, but he looked like somebody. It's like they wouldn't convince him with a perm. No, it wouldn't convince him. I get the whole vibe, but now some gangbangs. Now, if you add that with a gun, I can see it. It's very convincing. But like, unlike some just walking around the house, I don't know.
Prince was like that too.
Yeah. Fat Albert.
The movie.
What's the replay value? Yeah, the movie.
I'd probably watch it again if I'm in a nostalgic mood, but it wasn't like a terrible movie. It had it's okay.
Arnaz.
Yes.
Tyler Pratt.
Yeah. Kenan Thompson.
It did what it was, I guess, supposed to do.
It did. First, I guess in live action Fat Albert, it actually wasn't as bad.
I'm not gonna go too much at the plot because they just wanted to do the movie. They just wanted to do the movie.
I don't know what the hell they was going in there.
I would call it a reboot. Like it wasn't like a reboot, like they made one before, but it was kind of like, it's like they tried to, like I got the hook up too.
Yeah.
Or what I'm saying?
It just was.
It kind of felt like they were going in a new direction.
But what another movie that came out around that time, which I think it was kind of why they were looking for stuff like that, was I don't know if you remember. Oh, you question remember the Looney Tunes Back in Action. That came out like I want to say like a year or two after this. So they were doing this whole cartoon like part of the movie, and then the live action part of the movie.
Yeah, they were doing that whole like fusion.
What's the movie? Roger Rabbit that came out around this.
Yeah. This was a time where they could get that whole animation thing off and it like and be adults and still like I guess not be taken,
Yeah.
and enjoyable.
Enjoy a movie. They could do the part animation, part real live action movie. I'm trying to think
Damn.
what's another movie like that because they had a lot of movies like that. Like they would probably have bits of animation in the movie, but it's a live action movie.
Yeah, like a Space Jam type of
Movie.
It was a lot I can't think of because it's just it's just so many titles.
So many.
But that time period does bring me into like the '04 time and that Arnaz type of nigga. You know, he reminds me of Drumline.
Oh, Drumline.
But also the dance movie. What am I thinking of?
What is it?
You Got Served.
Oh, Stump the Yard, Nancy.
Stump the Yard. I feel like
I don't know. I like You Got Served.
You Got Served, when I go back and rewatch it, you really gave the script away to some people and they didn't even give you credit for it for real. You got like 15 seconds of clock for it. Like you just gave away our whole playbook to another team.
Hey, man.
You just gentrified and you let them win.
Hey.
And also, you let her turn off your phone.
Oh, you got some preservations about this. You didn't seen this, so you remember this.
And you knew you had a phone call. No, it's like, okay, what if you was like, bro, when I call you, answer, like, cause it's, and they go to voicemail? You ain't got a chance?
Yeah.
And it's his sister? That's crazy. That's crazy. And you got 50 people competing for like $4,000.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Yeah. It was insane.
Boy, y'all better ready to run these solos or something. Boy,
crazy.
Ain't no way y'all are organizing practices, meetings, conditioning for $4,000 or like that. Like, nah, for 60 people. What is that? $30 a piece?
Yeah,
that's some movie shit for real.
Definitely movie shit.
Because they'll do it off friendship in the movies. Like, you won't see $1 being exchanged, nothing being exchanged between, but they just be there for each other. I'll be like, yeah, it was like, yeah, we're in it for each other. It's like, do y'all not have summer jobs or job classes, chores? Okay. More overrated, beauty shop or barbershop? One.
I say barbershop was overrated. Well, no. I say beauty shop was overrated because I feel like beauty shop was like barbershop in a sense. Like the first movie for barbershop and the first movie for beauty shop.
Because the question for beauty shop is, did it copy barbershop good enough? But you know what's funny, Zion? Sidebar. Ice Cube and Queen Latifah.
They're the same people.
Are they not? I've never seen them at the same place at the same time. They really could just...
But they give the same energy.
Now, okay, I'm going to be honest. No, fuck no. I was about to be like, to show some respect, I feel like she probably is a better actor because she did do Living Single. But her getting shot and set it off was not convincing to me. That's like seeing Ice Cube in all them XXX movies he was in, the action movies he was in. Like him jumping from helicopters to, like he jumped from like a prison to a helicopter. It's like Ice Cube, fuck no.
Comparing the two, I mean, Queen Latifah honestly has been a lot of things.
She has, but like you said, they both give similar energy. Like they're low key.
They really do give similar energy.
They're educated bullies.
There you go.
Like,
there you go.
They might not be a bully in the scene, but like, I don't know. Like they're definitely
their energy just gives like I'll fuck you up if you come up.
Like literally. No matter their build, it's like.
Now, don't get me wrong, Queen Latifah has played some nice roles, but just her regular, when you see her walking, I don't know.
Damn, shout out Queen Latifah. Last Holiday, you remember that movie?
I do.
Damn.
LL.
Damn. Yo, that movie was. What were you thinking? Not Wolf Home. Who else was in it? Wolfgang? No, it was it was a chef. It was a chef.
What's that chef? I know you talking about. I cannot think of his name. I want to say his other name in the movie, but that was his name.
I can't.
It'll come.
Yeah.
Him.
They was making some good food, boy. I thought I was in the kitchen with him.
Oh, what's his name? I feel like I just talked about him to somebody. Giancarlo whatever.
Esposito?
Yes.
Yeah.
I just thought about that.
I
forgot all about that.
Man, that story hit home. And they started cooking too. I remember they was in there with that. I think it was duck or it was chicken or something, and they was in there with the. Oh, I said, "Cat." I said, "I want to just be a fly on the wall. I just want to see what it smells." I said, "Damn." When she went on that whole cooking, I was like, "Man, yeah, these last few, they finna count for sure." I remember when she got the news and shit though. I really felt it for her. I
I
felt
really
it for
did.
her. So that's what's gonna put over Ice Cube for me.
My my little fear that I have ever since I watched that movie. My girl, she'll leave a cabinet open in the kitchen, and I'll be like, "You trying to kill me?"
Oh, you hell. Oh yeah, because she ended up with the yeah.
So yeah, I make sure all cabinets are closed.
Damn. Yes, sir.
Please make sure all cabinets are closed.
That was a hell of a movie for her.
Like, really, you get canceled by hitting your head?
That's why I am gonna put you right. I'm gonna put Beauty Shop over Barbershop because Barbershop was pretty much just star power. And what are you trying to do stealing an ATM? You know, people still try to do that to this day. People still try to steal ATMs with trucks.
I know.
Stolen trucks too. I mean, I get it. Why would you want to mess up your own truck, right? But why would you also want to steal an ATM?
Money.
But it's also like they showed you in the movie. They empty it and they only keep like a few dollars in it for real. So you didn't messed up your truck. You're going to jail.
Well,
you're going to jail.
But just to be clear, them niggas was not the best planner. Let's be for real. Who that was? Anthony Anderson, was he not one of them people?
Dropping the ATM on my foot, I think was a good one.
That's like
because that hurt for me. I could feel like the whole bed of my foot just being like, because it sucked when you hurt that, because especially because when something hit it, because you can't do anything. All you can do is just stay off of it. Badass. No, but that Anthony Anderson.
That's crazy. He was fat.
Hood legend.
He really
hood legend.
Like
King's Ransom.
King's Ransom.
That was a movie for me. It was like plot may have been whatever the fuck, but
these niggas
kind of made me believe it too. Yeah. Like I was like, I can see it. He really was an asshole for real in that movie.
I didn't believe it.
You remember that when them baby twist there, that D.L. Hughley, Anthony Anderson there, they was getting that shit off with a fade.
I just thought of another movie. I don't know where I just came from. Romeo Must Die. Even though it was a Chinese man there, that was a black movie. That's a black movie.
It was. It definitely was. Yeah. It was definitely another title that he did well in was First Sunday, and I think that was a good opportunity for him to like carry a lot too, especially when you're trapped in the church.
But yeah, I definitely think Mike Epps, he needed that traction, put him in movies like that. I mean, come on.
I mean, and he carried in All About the Benjamins.
All About that is a good one.
Because just him and Angry Ice Cube.
They together a lot. I'm thinking about it.
It was probably like a Shaq, not even Shaq and Kobe. That's 250-50. I'm talking like a 90-10.
A 90. Well, they're kind of like how Kevin and The Rock are in somewhat. They're always in movies together. For what? Just because they want to be together?
I don't know. I almost feel disrespectful for the Mike Epps Ice Cube comparison, because even though I feel like Ice Cube really don't do much lifting, damn. It's just okay. The thing about Kevin Hart and The Rock, I would give them more 50-50. It's just the 50 and the 50 that they do give. I don't know, but it's like they usually kind of play off of each other, and neither of them really take like the lead. And then because they refer to whoever that main character is, because it's like whoever when they cast it, they'll get like a main, and then they'll get The Rock and Kevin Hart. But like they'll give him like an even role, because we're gonna give him some funny. You're gonna get The Rock a gun. You're gonna give like The Rock, action scenes. But, give Kevin Hart.
Okay, so I'm saying The Rock is, I wouldn't say he's quote unquote serious like Ice Cube, but as far as that balance in their relationship goes,
I think I'd rather have Ice Cube than Kevin Hart and The Rock, or I'd rather have Mike Epps and Kevin Hart and The Rock.
I don't think Mike Epps would fit in with Kevin Hart and.
No, I'm saying I would take one over those two.
Oh, one of those two. Okay. Yeah.
Just on like, but I think that's just laughing. That's just on a laughing scale.
Another comparison of two people who together in a lot of movies together.
Modern day, or
I guess both. Because I mean, just think about it from then to now. Like, what two actors you would say have, or even a trio of actors maybe.
People don't really do it as much now because the money just doesn't match up sometimes, or like you might. You might call me and tell me you want me to be your Robin, but if I don't want to make the Robin money, I just won't do it. And that's how some people do nowadays. More so back then, it was like more off the love, and or like back then, I was only making two, so you making one ain't that big of a deal. But I think
I can't think of that person. Oh, a combo. Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher.
oh, I was thinking of Adam Sandler and like Rob Schneider, Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler and what's that man name? Dude from Mall Cop.
Oh, Kevin James.
James.
It's another one.
What's that other dude name? He had his
Steve
own.
Buscemi.
Oh,
No,
he is. So, but no. What's his name? He's funny dude. He had his own show.
what kind of show?
Uh, what is his name? He was in Grown Ups.
I'm trying to. Oh,
He had his older son. His son was old, and he was trying to whoop his ass. What's his real name?
man, I am drawing it.
I'm drawing a blank,
Mm.
but I know his. It's like we know his name.
Oh, short dude with the
Yes, him.
David Spade.
David Spade.
Yeah, oh yeah, David Spade gonna be in Adam Sandler movie.
Spade.
If you see David Spade, Adam Sandler must be in the same room.
Like, come on now. But stuff like that.
I'm trying to think. Okay, Channing Tatum with nah. What they was just doing, Channing, they wouldn't put him with a specific actor. They were just putting him with like somebody like a funny dude. They would put him with like because he like more muscle bronze. They would put him with like a Jonah Hill, a Seth. They would put like somebody who like the opposite of him to like even it out. But I can't think of no hard hitting.
Seth, Jonah, and like the Francos.
Yeah, because they would always, if he like stoner funny, they gonna take like a politically correct funny and pair him.
He gonna be in there.
Damn, it's just they really dissipated as the years went on.
Yeah, like I'm thinking about
Because you used to have like Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor, Bernie Mac, Steve. You could entertain them. You could do Bernie Mac, Steve Harvey, Cedric, Steve Hart. It was a lot of duos that you would see more back then, but it's like I guess as it went on, people just wanted more solo roles, and they just didn't do as much reconcurring roles because Ice Cube and Mike Epps really did for that time period. They really did a good bit. I mean, Will Smith at Martin Lawrence. I mean, they really only did Bad Boys though. Damn, pound for pound.
I just thought of something else because I think I saw it on Twitter the other day. Whatchamacallit, Pam and Gina. They've been a duo since the 80s.
That's one. Yeah.
They were in like Broadway together. They grew up together, and now they're still in movies and still different type of scenes together.
Damn, I'm trying to think of somebody else who be putting their homeboy on. I mean, Master P Films. I guess in general, he gonna do that
because they talk about it all the time. Denzel Washington and the what's the name who played on Power.
I'm blank.
Even what's his name? He played on Power. He played on Omari Hardwick. That's his name.
Yeah.
That's his name. Even though they're not in the same moves together, he put him on.
Wow. Okay, you hitting on something.
Somebody else said they put them on too. I'm thinking of all these black actors now together now, like the dude from Black Panther and
Chadwick Boseman.
Not even him, Daniel Kaluuya.
Yeah.
Him, the guy from Snowfall.
True.
The guy from the boy from Stranger Things now, the black boy.
Mm-hmm.
He chilling with them now. The guy who was just in the movie Sinners, Miles, he's chilling with them now. Michael B. Jordan now.
That's a link too.
They're all like together now, like buddies.
Damn.
So I mean, it's just crazy. I don't know what's going on. I don't know.
Maybe I thought Anthony Anderson had a partner, but I don't think so. They would just pair him with like a funny white guy.
I was just about to say that.
But when it works, I mean,
but they pair him with a funny white.
It's like outlandish, funny black guy with like sensible, like corny white dude.
Kangaroo Jack.
Yeah. Why you had to do that? You funny as hell. Kangaroo Jack. Yeah. And them boys went on a real adventure.
Like now, if we want to talk about movies where they take one black person and they use a
hijinks,
a high sensible white person to try to make him as some type of duo. Or
that's what Blue Streak did too. Blue Streak. It was another movie he did damn near the same thing. Because Blue Streak was Well, okay, which one was the one he got beat up because they thought he was allergic to bees, but they thought he was like whooping a dude's ass. He was, but fuck.
You got me drawing more blanks
Um, he ended up becoming a cop, and they ended up being partners. And in the whole movie, they ended up pursuing a guy who killed the cop's previous partner.
That sounds.
He had this like fucking mustache. Like, oh, this dude didn't play in shit else after this. He was kind of like, damn, fuck. Maybe it was Blue Streak. Uh,
Killed his previous partner.
well, yeah, okay. So the movie starts with him and his partner on a mission, like at a warehouse. His partner gets shot. He dies. Fast forward, Eddie Murphy gets pulled over. He tells him to step out the car. But from the viewpoint, it was a bee that flew by in the
I know what you're talking about.
and when he got on the ground, people were thinking that. So they ended up making him a cop, or he ended up going to the academy or whatever, and then they ended up becoming partners.
Are you talking about national security?
National security.
Yes.
Blue Streak was when he had a girlfriend.
Yes, that's a different one.
They like, yeah, but I get them because they're doing the same movie.
Yeah.
National fucking security, because he's on the front of the cover with a badge, like walking.
When you said the B scene, that made me think of it. Yes,
man. Thank you. Oh my
goodness. The movie with Eddie Murphy, that's Daddy Daycare.
Yeah. Damn, man.
I watched these movies.
That's not. I remember the cover now. That was where he was on the run. Big Mama's House, Big Mama's House 2. Overrated. Big Mama's House 2 actually wasn't that bad. It's just putting Brandon T. Jackson in.
Which one? Because I know Big Mama's House is that one. That one.
She went to be a nanny. Went undercover. And
I think I like the second one more.
I think so, because the first one is like, bro, why would you tell somebody that you don't know all your business, Nia Long? What are you talking about? And not Cuba Gooding Jr. What's Buddy?
And what?
You know, it's hard out.
Yeah.
Terrence Howard.
Yes.
He actually was a convincing villain in that. He scared the shit out of me. It's just Hustle and Flow. Terrence Howard was it wasn't convincing. Maine, if you were like from Kansas or like Omaha, you probably would think that's how people from like Memphis would sound. But I ain't gonna lie, it wasn't it. And Ludacris, you need your ass whooped for that role. This has just been one of many series that we will do on covering movies that were important in the culture, and we will give you more. What would you like to give the people closing out?
If you have not seen any of these movies that we are talking about, you need to get on it, ma'am, sir, he, she, whatever.
This is your opportunity to write something down, share some.
I say share some in the comments. Let us know what we missed.
Yeah, and if you liked it, please let us know. Give us more suggestions, and we will be back. Please remember to recycle, drink your water, stay safe. It is hot.
It is hot.
In every way. And remember, if it ain't right, get rice.